Good morning, children. Myself, Mrs. Sarita, your social science teacher for the session 2020-21. Hope you all are fine and safe at home. Today I'm going to explain very first chapter of geography, chapter 1, resources. So, what is the meaning of resource? Anything that satisfies our need is called resource. I repeat, anything that satisfies our need is called resource. So, this sentence over here speaks a lot about the chapter. There are almost unlimited examples on this planet Earth that can be covered behind this sentence. The water you drink to satisfy your thirst is resource. Electricity which you used at home is resource. This is all we are going to study in this lesson. Water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetables have something in common. But what is that is common in between all these? They are nothing but utility. Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. I hope this line is absolutely clear. I think the best question you can ask in this chapter is, how does something become a? For example, if I will give you electricity and you don't know how to use it, then how do you turn it into resource? This is a big question. So answer this question. Always remember that things become resource only when they have a value. When they have a value. But you believe it or not, all resources have some value. If you are paying from your education, then there is absolutely value associated in that knowledge. If a certain amount of energy, money or any other effort has been put into something, then it automatically becomes something of value. Therefore, value means worth. Some resources have economic value, some don't have. For example, metals may have an economic value. A beautiful landscape may not. But both are important and satisfy human. Let me tell you, if it is not useful to the country's economy, I want to tell you about the economic value. What is the meaning of economic value? If it is not useful to the country's economy, that is the GDP, because if you're not productive or you're not a part of the big chain of making or circulating money, then you are not adding any economic value to the country. So when you work, you used to pay tax, and if you're not work, then you're not able to pay tax. Metal like iron, nickel, etc., they have economic value. Because you use this metal to make important things like heavy machinery, etc. And the beautiful landscape, it is just a part of amusing ourselves only. One example I want to give you, that at your home, your elder people, your grandparents, sometimes they used to give us some small tips like that. If you're going to have the hot milk or the turmeric added milk, you can get rid of the cold and all. So right now they don't have any commercial value about the remedies and all, but if they are patented and sold by the medical firm by tomorrow, they could become economically valuable. Time and technology are two important factors that can change substance into resource. To see any changes, we need time, and technology is nothing but the way which help you to getting the change. The discovery of fire led to the practice of cooking and other process, while the invention of the wheel ultimately resulted in development of the newer modes of transport. The technology to create hydroelectricity has turned energy in fast-flowing water into important resource. Come to the next topic, that is the types of resource. Resources are generally classified into natural, human-made and human. Don't get confused between the human made and human. Human made, it means the things which made by human, and human, we ourselves. And natural, by name itself you can understand a nature which we are getting by the from the nature. The air we breathe, the water in our river and lakes, the soil, minerals, or a natural resource. Many of these resources are free gift of nature. It means no need to pay. In some cases, tools and technology may be needed to use a natural resource in the best possible. Natural resources are classified into different groups depending upon their level of development and use, origin, stocks, and distribution. On the basis of the development and use, resource can be classified into two groups, that is actual resource and the potential resource. So by name we can figure out that actual resource means how much we have and how much it's available. Potential resource are those whose entire quantity may not be known and these are not being used at present. I mean, by potential resource we can understand how much it can be created or what is the come out. We don't have any advanced technology. These resources could be used in future. The level of technology we have at present may not be advanced enough to easily utilize this resource. Today they are an actual resource and fine firms generate energy using windmills like in Netherlands. You will find some in Nagarcoil in the Tamil Nadu and on the Gujarat coast. Based on their origin, resource can be abiotic or biotic. Abiotic resources are non-living, while biotic resources are living. Soil, rocks, minerals are abiotic, but plants and animals are biotic resources. Natural resources can be broadly categorized into renewable and non-renewable resources. I think you have already studied about the renewable and non-renewable resource in your previous classes. Shortly, I want to let you know that renewable resources are those which get renewed quickly, and some of these are unlimited and are not affected by the human activity, such as solar and wind energy. Non-renewable resources are those which have a limited stock. It means once the stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed. And since this period is much more than human lifespan, such resources are considered as non-renewable. I want to give you some example like coal, petroleum and natural gas are some examples. Next term we are having here, on the basis of distribution, resource can be ubiquitous and or localized. Resources that are found everywhere like air we breathe are ubiquitous, but those which are found only in certain places are localized like copper and iron ore. Next topic we are having is the human made resource. By name itself we can figure out that sometimes natural substance become resource only with their original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it. People use natural resources to make building, bridges, roads, machinery and vehicle, which are known as human made resource. And technology is all a human made resource. So dear children, that's all for today. Rest of the explanation will be continued tomorrow. Hope